It's not Friday yet, but I'm going to say TGIF. Thank God I'm Filipino, because this afternoon we're going to talk to Kababayan Pride. He is actually a director in the Philippines, but what I'm proud about is his movie has been picked up to be screened here in the U.S. I'm talking about Direk Onat. Hello and welcome to Kababayan today.
Hello, Janelle. Thank you for having me here.
I'm talking about the movie Kung Fu Divas, but some of you may know Direk Onat because he has been directing the longest-running showbiz talk show in the Philippines called
The Buzz, which is now called Buzz ng Bayan.
So, and then also, you started as a commercial director.
Yes,
okay.
I still am, actually.
So, doing commercials, doing TV, and now this is your first feature.
Yep.
What's the transition like?
It has been smooth, but you know, I had to take some sacrifices because I've always been used to the commercial grind. And I've been doing it for, what, 18 to 19 years already, doing commercials. And then also doing the Buzz on the side every Sunday. And I've always wanted to get into feature film, and I've never had a chance to do it because I was so busy with commercials and the Buzz. So about 2 years ago, I said to myself, the only way I can do my film is if I actually drop everything else and just do it for once. Okay, so I dropped my commercial work for over a year now and concentrate on the film.
And that proves like a big and valuable and worthy sacrifice, because now we have Kung Fu Divas, which is screening here in the U.S.
Yep.
Now, a lot of directors wait for good material to come to them. With you, it's different because you've had the idea for this movie for 10 years, 9 years?
9 years, yeah, pretty much.
Why did it take so long?
Oh, the first time actually that the idea came into me, it was after watching a big, Kung Fu Hustle.
Okay.
So I was talking to my co-producer, eventual co-producer, Dondo Monteverde of Reality Films. And when we watched that film, we said, I want to do something like this, you know, a big Kung Fu film that has very gay sensibilities, you know what I'm saying? So let's do something like this. But during that time, we didn't have the resources, financial nor technological resources. So, you know, it was put on hold, and we never really, you know, took it seriously until about 2 years ago when the idea just won't, you know, get off my head, and I said, I want to write the script.
Yeah, it was nagging at you, right?
Yeah.
So you also wrote the script for this movie. Wow. And a lot of people are commenting on the fact that you use a lot of great effects, and it must be because of your experience doing commercials.
Yeah, probably. A lot of it actually is called from my experience as commercial director. When they go watch the film, they definitely see that there's a lot of cosmetic effects. There's also a lot of hair effects, like hair commercials. There's even some, you know, some semblance, some cues of food commercials in there. So there's a lot of there that, you know, I called from my experience as commercial director.
The gist is about movie pageants. So there's this girl played by Ai. Her role is a daughter. It comes from a family of pageant winners, beauty queens. So there's pressure on her to perform and to win. And then here comes a beautiful, stunning woman in the character of Marian Rivera, and then that's where it all begins.
Yeah, Ai's character actually is called Charlotte de Mayakiak Bakod Subsup. She belongs to a family of beauty queens. Her mom is our Miss Universe, Gloria Diaz. And her sisters are Miss International, Lara Kigaman, and our Binibining Philippines Universe, Bianca Manalo. So they're all winners except for Ai's character, Charlotte. And then this year, they live in a small island barangay called Isla Marikit. And they're competing in a pageant called Hiyas ng Dalampasigan. So they have to, so this year, the mom has tried everything, has done everything to make her win. Because she's been joining pageants for 17 years, and she hasn't won a single title except for a consolation prize called Miss Courage. So the mom did everything she could to make her win this year, but then when they get to the pageant, here comes a mysterious woman called Samantha Moran Marquez Araneta, played by Marian Rivera. So you know, all hell breaks loose. It became, you know, the ultimate, I don't know if I can say fest.
Yes, can we say that now? Bleep fest. Direk naman eh. Kung sinabi mo yun sa Tagalog, pwede.
So it's also, that opens up the movie to an ultimate situation where you have a cat fight.
So comedy and action, and I'm sure because the stars alone, no, Ai and Marian, a lot of Kababayans will relate to it. Now, for the non-Filipinos that are watching us, what do you think will they be able to relate to?
I think, well, the movie it's actually, well, some Filipinos back home, when they saw the film, they say, this is a 4-in-1. It's a movie, it's a 4-in-1 movie. You have action, comedy, drama, and romance, even on the film. So, there's a lot of good kung fu fighting, kung fu action sequences, and it's the biggest, I say this modesty aside, it's the biggest and the most ambitious film to come out of the Philippines.
In terms of budget?
In terms of budget, in terms of scale, in terms of visual, in terms of vision, overall vision, because, it tries to go and thread where, in terms of genre, where no film has, done yet, at least back home in the Philippines.
So, we're inviting them to watch Kung Fu Divas, not just because we're inviting you to support, not just because you're Filipino and this is a Filipino movie. Yes. This is something that we can all be proud of.
Oh, yes,
right?
Yes.
Whether Filipino or non-Filipino.
Yes, yes.
And of course, with Direk Onat at the helm, with all that experience in commercials, in TV shows, and also now first feature. First, but not last, hopefully?
Oh, yeah, definitely not the last.
All right, we'll look out for more.
Yeah.
Now, for us to see a screening schedule, information on the screen, make sure you catch. It's going to be a riot. Comedy, action, and all that. And like I said, more information on the screen. Thank you so much. More power to you.
Thank you, Janelle.
More when we return on the show. Don't go away.